Today, I am sharing my thoughts and highlights on season 3 of The Masked Singer. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Those of you joining me for the first time, welcome to Shenanigans. I am Shu. Before you head out, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and ring that little bell as well so that you know anytime I post a new video, which I'll let you know is usually on a weekly basis. But sometimes, you know, I get a little saucy. Might throw an extra video in there during the week, so you never know. So in order for you to stay in the know, go ahead and hit that bell so that you can get an alert notification every time I post. Those of you returning, welcome back. You already know that you are in store for some goodness today. Today I want to recap, highlight, debrief, discuss season 3 of The Masked Singer. Those of you who don't know what The Masked Singer is, it is a singing competition that airs on Fox. Sorry, there's like a piece of hair in my mouth. It is a singing competition. It airs on Fox. It actually, season 3 started right after Super Bowl. And the whole point of the show is that you have an abundance of celebrities, whether they are athletes, actors, YouTube vloggers, actual singers, just an abundance of celebrities who are performing in masks. And their performances are rated, they get judged. And every time the person with the lowest, voting or the lowest score gets to take off their mask and their identity is revealed. And they do this the whole season until they crown a winner. I am doing season 3. I love the show. If you want me to do season 1 and 2, I'm more than happy to do that as well. The winner of season 1 was T-Pain. I did not see that one coming. I think it was my brother who actually was just like, it's T-Pain. And the minute he told me it was T-Pain, that's when I started hearing T-Pain's voice. And then, which by the way, T-Pain can sing. I think the point of him doing The Masked Singer was the fact that he used auto-tune so much that no one actually ever realized that he has a natural, amazing voice. So him doing The Masked Singer and not using auto-tune is kind of what threw everybody, including me, off. The winner of season 2 was Wayne Brady, which was funny because T-Pain disguised himself as the monster, and season 2 winner Wayne Brady was the fox. But I want to say for a good amount of time, everybody thought he was the Jamie Foxx. Even I did. Like I was just like, he sings like Jamie Foxx. He dances like Jamie Foxx. He kind of has the swag of Jamie Foxx, so it was kind of dope. And I remember one time Jamie Foxx came in as a guest judge, and just so everybody can see that it wasn't him performing, and it ended up being Wayne Brady. So I thought that was dope. So moving on to season 3, like I said, this is a singing competition show. The performers are masked. The host of the show is Nick Cannon, and then there are 4 panelists, judges. You have Robin Thicke, you have Nicole, I can never say her last name because it is like 1,000 letters, but it is Nicole from the Pussycat Dolls. There's Jenny McCarthy Wahlberg, and then also Ken Jeong. I think he's considered a comedian. I think he's funny. He's a doctor. I think it's cute that him and Nick Cannon have a little banter that go on all the time. But let's get into the show and the revelations and the identities being revealed. So the first character to be unmasked was the robot, and it ended up being Lil Wayne. Another cool thing about the show is that they give hints. So during every performance, they kind of give you hints of who they are, and that is supposed to help you and the judges kind of figure out or guess or throw you off or give you some clues about, the people that you didn't even know. So for Lil Wayne, I kind of started to guess it was him because there was a fire truck and a skateboard. And then he talked a lot about being like the bad boy and his image. So I thought that was kind of dope. He was the first to go. But I'm telling you, the minute he performed, so while they're speaking, their voices are disguised. But the only time you actually get to hear their natural voice is when they are performing. So the minute Lil Wayne started performing, bruh, I said, that's Lil Wayne. That is Mr. Carter. Okay. Next up was the Llama. The Llama gave us some hints about Seattle, radio show, an accordion, being a comedian, and it ended up being Drew Carey, which I honestly haven't seen since he was hosting Family Feud. So he lost a lot of weight. I will give him that. You go ahead, Drew Carey. Next to go was Miss Monster, who actually referenced T-Pain a lot, the Monster, what she called him, the Monster. And her hints were, well, for me, I don't remember the actual hints she gave the judges, but her actual hints that I saw from her performance was just the fact that she didn't do too much movement. I could tell by her voice that she was a veteran singer. Like this is somebody who has won awards. The one clue that she did have that stuck out was the Queen chess piece, and we later find out that it is because she's the Queen of Funk, Miss Chaka Khan. Okay, 10 times Grammy winning Chaka Khan. Okay, I Am Every Woman Chaka Khan, Through the Fire Chaka Khan was on The Masked Singer as Miss Monster. Okay, but she was the third to go. What I've kind of realized with the show is your performance needs to be high energy, your voice needs to be amazing, and you just need to catch the crowd. Chaka Khan is more so for people like me, where we just gonna vibe out and let you sing to my heart. Okay, yes, ma'am. Next up was the Elephant. The Elephant ended up being Tony Hawk, which I thought was dope. Those of you who don't know Tony Hawk, he is a pro skater. And his hints were a drummer, which I didn't know he played the drum. But then he also talked about parading through the White House. And that was a reference to the fact that he skateboarded unauthorized through the White House in 2010. Next up was The Mouse. The Mouse ended up being Dionne Warwick. And at first, so I knew that it was an old school celebrity performer, just because, just like with Chaka Khan, her performance was very classic. You know, it was her in front of the microphone, and then she may have dancers, or there may be stuff happening behind her, but there was no choreography. There wasn't much movement. It was more so focused on her vocals, which kind of let me know that, okay, I know this is somebody from a previous generation, or two generations prior to me. Then she gave us the hint of the prayer hands, and that right there is what solidified to me that it was Dionne Warwick, because she has a song called Say a Little Prayer for You from the movie My Best Friend's Wedding. Great movie. Loved it. Next up was The Taco. The Taco ended up being Tom Bergeron. I probably said his name wrong, but he was the host of America's Funniest Home Videos. His hint was video cassette, so that was supposed to let you know about America's Funniest Home Videos. Then he had a Rubik's Cube that was supposed to signify Hollywood Squares, which he also hosted. And then he had he was holding a menu, and the word M-E was highlighted, and that's supposed to be because he's won several Emmys for, you know, his hosting and being a comedian and everything like that. So next up was a major surprise. I want to say it was probably one of the biggest highlights of The Masked Singer, and it was The Bear. The Bear ended up being Sarah Palin. Oh, let me take that back. Sorry, Governor Sarah Palin. Okay, Miss Governor was out here performing Sir Mix-a-Lot, I Like Big Butts. I'm gonna let that sit for a second. Her clues I did not get. I had no idea it was her. At one point, actually, when she took off her mask, she had to put her glasses on, and I thought it was Tina Fey, because Tina Fey always plays Sarah Palin, but her hints were ice skates, being a mom, and then she did also reference the fact that, you know, there were a lot of lies and rumors about her, which probably just goes to the controversy of all the things she used to say when she was running for president. or things that were said about her. Next up was the Swan. The Swan ended up being Bella Thorne. She did do a lot of Twilight references because of her name being Bella. Like she had like the moon and fangs, and that was supposed to make you think of that character Bella, and her name was Bella. She also showed like raspberries. Raspberries have thorns. It's supposed to be Bella Thorne. She also hinted towards her Disney show with Zendaya, Shake It Up. So I'm not too much, not to say I'm not a fan of her. She hasn't done anything to me, but I just don't really know that much about her. So I didn't even realize who that was. Same thing with our next revelation, which was the T-Rex, which is JoJo Siwa, a big YouTube star. I'm not sure who she was, but my 5-year-old niece is in love with her. A lot of children are in love with her, and I thought it was kind of dope that the Masked Singer is opening their platform for YouTubers. I'm happy to join if y'all want me to come sing. I got somewhat, I got a little bit of a voice. I mean, right now it don't sound that great because it is early in the morning, and I did do this video yesterday, but I didn't like it, so I'm redoing it. So JoJo's hints. Well, I knew she was not an actual performer because she was full of energy. Like she was literally all over the stage, high kicks, jumping up and down, full of energy, but the voice wasn't there. So I knew that it was an entertainer, but not necessarily somebody who is a trained singer. She also had the letter U in a big golden balloon, which kind of just gave the indication of U2. Next up was the White Tiger. Now, the White Tiger, from jump, I knew was the one and only Rob Gronkowski. Okay. Now there is just, when you are that big in size, there is so much movement you can do. Okay. Now Gronk is known to be the partier. Like I said, their voices are disguised when they're speaking and giving you their clues. But once they start to perform, you can kind of hear their natural voice. And I heard Gronk. And not only that, a lot of his hints were New England based, Patriots based. You know, he talked about hitting the mat for, you know, his companions, pretty much because he was, I forgot what his, I'm not even going to play myself and say what his position was because I am not big on sports, but I know he used to hit the mat a lot. Okay. He was also like he was a shucking master. There was just a lot of New England chowder. There was just a lot of New England hints in his introduction, and, you know, every time he came on, so I kind of knew it was Gronk. The kangaroo was next. It was Jordan Woods. Those of you who don't know who Jordan Woods is, actually a lot of her hints were surrounding the controversy that happened between her and former best friend Kylie Jenner of the Kardashian family. And she pretty much talked a lot about trying to get past that and how people don't see her the same, and she's been kind of pretty much labeled, and that this was the first time she's ever sang in front of people, which was kind of dope. I'm not gonna lie, at one point I thought it was Tatiana Ali. The reason why I left that vote alone was when she said this was the first time she was performing in front of people, and I know that Tatiana Ali has a whole album out, and she has sang, so that kind of killed my vote there. Next up was the banana. The banana ended up being Bret Michaels, and his hints were Nashville, which is where he is from, a mullet, and then also a go-kart with the number 11. Now, the name Bret Michaels is familiar to me. I'm not necessarily sure what he does. I know they said it in The Masked Singer, but in the respect of time, I'm not going to dive into it. Next up was the Astronaut. The Astronaut ended up being Hunter Hayes. I don't know who he is, but his hints were the White House, which I believe he has visited, and then also a broken record, because he has broken records. All right, top 5. So, first up in the top 5 to go was the Kitty. Excuse me. The Kitty ended up being Jackie Avencho. Sorry if I butchered her name. She is an award-winning opera singer, I believe. She had a lot of opera references, Phantom of the Opera, and then she also had the Papal hat, because she sang for the Pope over at the Vatican, which I thought was dope. But I wasn't too familiar with who she is. I think she started off as a child star and is trying to move her way into mainstream, which is hard for a lot of people. So kudos to her. The Rhino was MLB baseball. I just wanted to be fancy since I don't know sports, but I know little acronyms. Barry Zito. His hints were a Navy hat. He did talk a lot about his wife changing his life and pretty much making him a better person, a guitar, and being center stage. Now, him being center stage has to do with him being a pitcher because the pitcher is literally in the middle. So I thought that was dope. Don't really know who he is, but that was it. Now, I'm going to move up for this one. The third finalist was the frog. Now, the whole reason, I'm rolling up my sleeve. The whole reason I wanted to do this video was because I knew from jump, that the frog was Bow Wow. I knew from jump. If y'all don't believe me, call my brother. Because I said it. The minute he started to perform, I said, that's Bow Wow. Everybody was like, Bow Wow don't dance. Bow Wow this. But I said, listen. One of his hints was CSI. Bow Wow was on CSI. He called his daughter on the phone, Bow Wow, and he kept saying he's doing this for his tadpole. Bow Wow has one daughter, and that little girl is hilarious. What else did he do? He put the biggest giveaway, which I think Bow Wow made a mistake by posting it, but whatever, it is what it is. A lot of people on The Masked Singer probably don't keep in touch with social media like that, which is probably why he did it. But he put a private jet. Now, anybody that pays attention to pop culture knows that there was, I don't know if it was last summer or the summer before, but a moment in time where people were making fun of Bow Wow and making like the Bow Wow challenge because he took a picture in front of a private jet as if it was his jet, and we came to find out it was not his jet. So people were out here taking pictures in front of expensive cars talking about Bow Wow challenge. So that right there for me solidified everything. Like the minute the jet popped up, I said, that's Bow Wow. Although I was saying that the whole time. And then there were a lot of basketball references. And we all know that Bow Wow played in the movie Like Mike, where, it was focused around basketball. So I thought that when they revealed Bow Wow, when I tell you I lost it. Because I always get, some people right. Like I knew it was Gronk. I knew that it was Dionne Warwick. That kind of, excited me. But the fact that I called out Bow Wow from jump and he made it to the finals, which I will say, shout out to Bow Wow for doing that. A lot of times with these shows, you really have to have like a vocal voice. Like you got to be an award-winning artist to make it that far. T-Pain, although he used auto-tune, is it auto-tune? Yeah. To perform, T-Pain is known for singing. Wayne Brady, we know Wayne Brady can sing his ass off. But Bow Wow is like kind of this high-energy rapper. And unfortunately, people don't always take him seriously. So the fact that he made it to the finals of The Masked Singer may flip that around for him. Like, on dogs, like, kudos to Bow Wow for doing that. Like, I might go to a Bow Wow concert now because, Bow Wow was out there hitting some moves. He must have called Omarion or what other boy group is over there? Whoever else. He called somebody to learn some moves because he was on that stage twisting and turning and doing all this other stuff that we didn't ever know Bow Wow could do. All right, let me finish up because I only got 2 more left and I just got stuck on Bow Wow. The runner-up was the Turtle. The Turtle ended up being Jesse McCartney. Those of you who don't know who that is, I know him for that song Beautiful Soul. I don't want another pretty face. I don't want just anyone to hold. I don't want my love to go to waste. I want you and your beautiful soul. Love that song. But anyway, he was a teen heartthrob. I remember Jesse McCartney from like 10 years ago. So seeing him now, he's trying to make his comeback. His hint was a bottle of perfume. He has a perfume called Wanted that's out. Also, the bat signal was there, and that's because he played the voice of Robin. And what else did he have? There was just a lot of stuff, like 1999 is Dream Street that he joined. And then the winner of The Masked Singer, the first woman to win The Masked Singer, season 3 winner of The Masked Singer, Miss Kandi Burruss. Now I'm gonna take a minute, because originally, who did I think it was? I had so many, and she threw us off, because at one point, and she admitted it too at the end, she played it off as if she had an English accent. But at first I thought it was Keke Palmer. When I started to hear like the southern accent, I thought it was Keke Palmer. And then when she referenced having kids, I said, oh, this ain't Keke. She had a lot of hints. You know, she played the piano. She had Lipstick, which is reference to Escape's third album. And she showed Columbia, which was a hint for Columbia Records. Sweet Tea, supposed to let everybody know she's from the South. It wasn't until like the last 3 episodes that I really started to realize that it was Kandi Burruss, because there was some songs she was singing where I was just like, that's such a distinct voice. Only certain people can kind of play that off. So like I said, shout out to Kandi, being the first woman to win The Masked Singer. That was dope. I really can't wait for season 4. Like literally, if you guys don't know about The Masked Singer, y'all need to get up on it, because that show legit takes my soul every Wednesday night. But yeah, so those were my revelations. Those were my reflections of The Masked Singer. Like I said, I love that show. Like honestly, I'm happy. Now, I've never been a fan of Nick Cannon. I don't know why. I just feel like he's that goofy friend that does extra to get attention. But I mean, if I'm looking at real to real, keeping it real, Nick Cannon has literally been making genius moves, boss moves. In The Masked Singer, it was probably one of his best moves to me. It may not be realistic, it may not be to you, but to me, The Masked Singer was one of Nick Cannon's best moves, and I just think it's a dope show. So let me know if you agree, with my comments on everybody singing. Let me know if you watch the show. If you don't, then why you don't. If you're going to, let me know what your predictions were. We might have had the same predictions, or maybe you might have saw something that I didn't see. So anyway, please don't forget to leave a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave a comment. And most importantly, if you haven't already, do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit that bell notification so that you know every time I drop something. In the meantime, in between time, stay safe. This COVID virus is still out here. There is a lot going on in the world. I am going to look into making a video about that soon. But stay safe. Wash your hands. Stay indoors. Unless there's an emergency and you need something, just stay in your house. Do what you gotta do. But make it count. I'll catch y'all on the next one.